Have a nice day, student. Today we discuss about the Porifera. Porifera is the phylum of non-chordate. Pori it means porous, fera it means animals. The animals are pore bearing. It means they are having the pores in their structure. Pore bearing animals. These animals are the multicellular in their cellular organization or body organization. They are the multicellular. It means these animals are made up of more than one cell, so we call them multicellular organisms. These animals having the cellular level of organization. It means they are made up of cells. These animals are exclusively found in marine, water or aquatic medium. Aquatic medium. It means they are present only in the water or marine water or in the oceans. These animals are sedentary in nature. It means these animals cannot show the locomotion because these animals having no locomotive organs in their structure. Means these animals cannot show the locomotion. Means no locomotion in this group of animals. Locomotion means animals move from one place to another place. Here the two terms is there. One is the locomotion, another is movement. Movement means animals show the changes in their body or show the movement in their body. But in the case of locomotion, animal move from one place to another place is called the locomotion. Now, these animals are acoelomate. It means there is no true body cavity. As we already discussed, coelomate it means body cavity. Coelom it means body, and the animals which having the true body cavity we call them coelomates. These animals are acoelomate means without true body cavity. True body cavity it means the body cavity which is not lined by mesoderm. What is the meaning of body cavity? Body cavity is the place inside the living being where the organs are present. We call them body cavity. So in these animals there is no true body cavity, but they are having the space inside the body. We call them spongocoel. We call them spongocoels. Spongocoel, the space present inside the body of these animals, we call them spongocoels. These animals are known as the sponge also because they are the soft animal, so we call them sponge animals. They are also known as the sponge. Another important feature of these animals having the spicules in their skin. Spicules are the spine-like structure which are made up of calcium carbonate. Spicules are made up of calcium carbonate. So they are the spine-like structure, we call them spicules, and they help in the protection of animal. So these animals are bearing the spicules in their structures. Now these animals are the asymmetrical and some animals are the symmetrical also. Asymmetrical as well as some animals are symmetrical. These animals are having the two germ layer, it means diploblastic. Germ layer it means the layer or layer of cells which are present in the embryonic stage of the living being. We call them germ layer, which will form the whole body of living beings. So here the animals which having the two germ layer are called the diploblastic. These animals also having a specific and unique feature, we call them water vascular system, because in these animals the all function just like respiration, nutrition and excretion, which is perform through this system, we call them water vascular system. In these animal, water vascular system or canal system is present. Water vascular it means the animals having the system in which water circulate inside the body. We call them water vascular system or canal system. So here three type of canal system is present in the living being. This is the simplest type of canal system, we call them cycle. This is the example of cycle animal. It having this space is known as the spongocoel, where the space is present inside the body, we call it the spongocoel. Because these animals are the sponge, so they having the space inside the body, we call them spongocoels. So this is the cycle. And this is the another two types of water vascular system in present in the higher groups of animal. This type of vascular system present in the higher animal of these groups, or some complex type of water vascular system in this group. So what is the role of water vascular system in the animal? It helps in the respiration because these are the aquatic animals, so the gaseous exchange takes place inside the body through the body surface or through the cells which are in contact with the oxygen. So how the oxygen transport inside the body? The oxygen is transported inside the body through the water vascular system. These cells receive the oxygen through the water vascular system. Now next, excretion. Excretion is also done through this water vascular system because specific cells are present in this group of animal. We call them choanocytes. Choanocytes are the cells which are responsible for excretion. These cells are present in only in the porifera animal or only in the sponges. So these are the excretory cells in the sponges. Excretion it means removal of nitrogenous waste material from the body is called the excretion. Excretory product just like ammonia is formed by the oxidation of protein inside the body. In human being the excretory product is urea, but in this group of animals the excretory product is ammonia and some amount of urea also. So these animals excrete the ammonia in the form of gaseous form or urea. It will be excreted through with the help of water vascular system. Another important feature here, nutrition. These animals obtain the food or nourishment or feeding, inject the food particles through the water vascular system because through the water vascular system the food particles enter inside the living beings. So water vascular system also help in the nutrition or ingestion of food particles. In ingestion of food particle. Ingestion it means intake of food particle. In any living being we call them ingestion. So here in this group of animals, this is the example of cycle. This animal having this is the space where the liquid is circulate. Liquid enter through the structure we call them ostia. Ostia is present on the body surface. This is the ostia. Ostia is the pore or structure pore through which water enter inside the living being or inside the porifera animals. We call them ostia is the pore-like structure. Now, second one, inner side of this layer of this animal having the specific cells we call them choanocyte cells. So this is the choanocyte cells which help in the excretion. What is the role of these choanocyte cells? They are helpful in the excretion. It means they remove the nitrogenous waste material from the body. Another important feature we discussed already is spicules. Spicules are made up of calcium carbonate. They help in the protection or they are present the spicules in the outermost skin or we call them as a skeleton inside the living beings. So these animals having the such type of structures and This is the osculum, which this area is known as or this opening is known as the osculum, through which water come out from the body. We call them osculum. So ostia and osculum are the part of the water-vascular system in which the water molecule or water canals open outside the body. Now we discuss about the reproduction. These animals are sexually as well as asexually reproduce. Asexual reproduction, it means only single parents are involved in such type of reproduction. In asexual reproduction, in the case of sponges, budding is there. Bud is formed inside the body. So these animals having the endogenous budding. Endogenous, it means bud is formed inside the body. Endogenous budding, it means bud is formed inside the body. Inside the body. This bud is known as the gemule. Gemule is the bud which is formed inside the body of living being, through which it performs the reproduction. We call them endogenous budding. These animals sexually also reproduce. They reproduce through the sexual reproduction also. It means they are having the sexual reproductive system in their body, reproductive structures in their body through which they can reproduce. Now another important example in the case of a sponge, this is the euplectral animal. We call it the Venus flower of basket. It is very beautiful animal. This animal having the importance in the Japan, where it gifted at the marriage at the wedding anniversaries. So this is a very beautiful animal. This is the external structure. We call it the sponge. This is also a sponge. Sponge. Another example of this group of this group, that is the other example, spongilla. Spongilla is the bath sponge. So spongilla is the freshwater sponge. Cycon and euplectral. These are some examples of this group. Thanks for today.